Hi, everybody. I wanted to introduce you to the structure of our modules. There are four modules. Each of them will take place over 2 weeks. The first week of each module, the first Monday of each module, will be joining together synchronously on Zoom. And each module has a different focus of culturally reflective instruction. Module 1 will begin with the foundations of culture. And when we get on Zoom together, I'll do some facilitation of learning around that topic. What will you do after you learn about that topic, after you discuss that topic together in class? Well, towards the end of class, you will sign up on what's called a group capture sheet. And that is where you're going to capture your thoughts and reflections based on the reading task that you will participate in or that you'll engage in over the next 2 weeks. You will put your thoughts, your reflections, you'll answer the questions. Whatever you are prompted in connection to your reading task will go on your group captured sheet. And you will see in the syllabus and on Blackboard how those due dates are set up for the group capture sheet. It's so important that everyone in your group does their part to participate on the capture sheet because you must be able to see what other people are writing about in order to participate in the discussion. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how the discussions flow. Another assignment that you will have over the 2 weeks is a journal response. That journal response will be written directly onto Blackboard. You will find the journal prompt there, and you will write your response and submit it via Blackboard. The third assignment that you will do over the 2 weeks will be your final project. And what's really cool is that your final project is broken up over the 4 weeks. It does not wait until the end. So every 2 weeks, you're turning in another part of your final project. So at the end of the first module or the first 2 weeks, you'll be turning in an overview of the product that you will be analyzing and your intentions with the analysis and what you believe the intentions of that educational product is. I know you might be thinking, what is she talking about? It's going to be clear, but I just want to give you that overview. Same for Module 2. Multicultural Lens, we'll do some learning in class together about it. After class, over the next 2 weeks, you will contribute to your group capture sheet based on what you read. You will do your individual journal, and then you will do the second part of your project, which has to do with the multicultural lens. Module 3, we will do some learning together around culturally sustaining lens. Over the next 2 weeks, you will have the group capture sheet to contribute to, your individual journal, and the part of your project that has to do with the culturally sustaining lens. Same pattern for Module 4. Here's another way to take a look at the 2 week modules. Over week 1, it will focus on input, what you read and what you listen to. I will introduce content. You will engage with that. We'll engage with that together on Zoom. I will introduce the assignments to you. Those assignments are your group capture sheet, your individual journal, and your final project, part 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on which module we're on. All of that will be taking place over a live Zoom session, which will be recorded and posted. Week 2 of the 2 week module will focus on output. That is you writing, you speaking. You'll have a chance to process the content and work on the assignments. You will be discussing with group mates, and the groups may change every week. Every 2 weeks, you get to decide because you get to sign up for your groups. The discussion will take place. You have two options on how to discuss. And if you pick one option for the first 2 weeks, you don't have to stick with that same option the next 2 weeks. You can choose and change as you desire. You may have an asynchronous discussion thread. That's going to be done by making comments to each other on the group capture sheet. For example, everyone will have a different task. And group member 1, 2, 3, 4 will all fill in their task. And then you will be expected to go back and read the responses of your group members and using the comment feature on Google, make comments, engage in discussion with each other about their contributions to the Google Doc. Then you will have to do an individual synthesis to show that you've pulled all the pieces together through reading what your classmates have written and engaging in that comments discussion with them. You'll do your individual synthesis. The second option for discussion is to meet on the second Monday of the module. Remember, modules are 2 weeks. The first week is live Zoom. The second week, the first Monday is live Zoom. The second Monday, your small group may choose to meet on that same Zoom link to discuss what you all did for your group capture sheet and have a group discussion so you don't have to be typing comments to each other. And then you can choose as a group to do a group synthesis and to write and type a group synthesis of your learning based on your discussion. Those are your two options. So I'm going to tell you some pluses, means some things that work really well for people when it comes to the discussion types, and some deltas or some things that people may consider challenging or when it comes to the discussion type. So the asynchronous discussion threads, that's when you are typing to each other, making comments throughout the week on each other's contributions to the group capture sheet. A plus is you could participate on your own time. Whenever is convenient for you, you can go into that document and you can contribute. For some, it's easier to interact with strangers via typing or text rather than in person, and that means in person on Zoom. A challenge may be you will need to open that shared capture sheet multiple times to check and respond throughout the week. There are expectations on the number of times you comment and responding to the comments that come your way, as well as expectations about your individual synthesis. That it shows evidence that you've read and engaged with each of your group mates' contributions, and that that's evident within your synthesis. The live group, Zoom discussions, a plus of that is you're on Zoom for about 25 to 30 minutes and then you're done. I open up the Zoom rooms. If there's more than one group that wants to engage in a Zoom discussion, I'll make breakout rooms. I don't come into any of those breakout rooms. I just allow the room to be open. And when you all are finished, you're finished. You log out. You don't have to log in frequently to check and respond to your capture sheet because you're having it open. You've already contributed to it. You're prepared to talk about what you contributed. You're having a discussion about it. And then you all decide, okay, we've discussed this. Do we want to form a group synthesis or do we want to create individual synthesis of our learning? The delta or the drawback for some may be there's only one set time each week to participate in that Zoom discussion. It must be held in the Zoom breakout room that I opened for you. And that will be on the second Monday of the 2-week module at 5 p.m. And so that could put limitations. But once again, you don't have to do the same one for each module. You can do a different one. Or you can stick with, say, you know what, I'm going to be doing asynchronous discussions for the whole course, and others may say I may do live Zoom discussions for the whole course, and others may say it depends on my schedule, it depends on the topic, and so that's up to you to decide. I want to go back and let you know that you'll be signing up for both groups to participate in and which task you will actually uh, take on as a member of your group. And this is an example of what the Google Doc may look like. Once again, we're going to go over all of this live. I will take it slow, but sometimes it helps to get a preview so that when I speak about it again, you're like, okay, I remember she said something about that. And then I'll take questions. We will take our time, and you will have such a thorough understanding about your choice in the discussions, meaning choosing what you read, choosing how you discuss it. Want to make sure that you know that you will have that choice. And then also want to remind you about communicating with me. Please feel free to email me. Text works. Saturdays, I am unavailable to respond. You can send a message, but you won't hear back from me until Sunday. I do take Saturdays as a day of rest. And I'm also glad to talk on the phone if that's helpful for you. Looking forward to meeting you, and I'm proud of you already. Y'all gonna do so well.